Hello and welcome back to another episode of Rimworld. I'm its Switz, and we are continuing where we left off. In the last episode, we did unfortunately lose Wizard, which is a major bummer for our colony, but we have gained a few more colonists, and so really looking forward to seeing what we can do with them. I was looking around and seeing what we could do this episode, and I think moving towards advanced technology is the direction we're going to go. We do need quite a bit of steel in order to complete the high-tech research bench as well as the advanced fabrication bench, but it won't be that difficult to gather it, and we do have the components needed to build both of them. And so we will start by setting up a room. And now I'm thinking that just based on the layout that we have, maybe just adding it onto this section here, it's going to eat up some of the herbivores eating space, but we can always expand that, and it's close to where we have all the wood right now. We will just build it out of wood and leave it at that. And so we're going to set this up. I want it to be a fairly decent sized room, and so we'll probably go something like this, and add a door maybe just here so they don't have to walk through any stockpile. And then we will set everything up that we will need. When you're doing your research bench, I believe you want it to be as clean as possible, but everything else doesn't matter too much. And this will leave the option to add more advanced production in this room. Our production room is pretty much at max capacity right now, and so I don't want to stretch it too much. I want to leave some space in there, and so even if we can fit something in there, we will just move all of our production to here from now on. But now that we have the advanced, we will be able to start moving towards some blast tech, some Mandalorian armor, and some the Mandalorian ship, the Razor Crest. Yeah, it will take a little while to get here, but I'm looking forward to unlocking some of this stuff and decking out our colonists in full gear, as well as the construction of the lightsabers. That has been the goal. It is the goal for the next little bit. We want to equip our 2 Jedi with some lightsabers, and so let's get them working away at that. But yeah, we will be eating up a lot more power now, and I don't know if this will provide enough by itself. So we're going to rush to get some solar panels done and probably put them up here, I'm thinking. We should be able to fit maybe 3 with the amount of space that we have there, and so that should be a good supplement for our power. And of course, we will need more batteries. But we have our first wedding of the colony. Loki is getting married to Jen Doe, I believe. Yeah, and so that should hopefully boost everybody's mood a little bit. I am having a hard time seeing the compact machinery. So the only one that I was able to locate is all the way down here. I'm sure they're not going to be very happy to have to go all the way down this river to get it, but we will need it, and so they need to get on that and have a mild debuff for a little while. Eventually we will set it up so that we are just mining lines down down these mountains and getting all of the good material that we want out of them, but it will take a little while until we get there. And so for now we'll just have to deal with what's on the surface of these mountains. There is quite a bit of steel around, so I'm not too worried about steel in the future. I think with that being said, we will start moving towards lights as well as soon as we get those solar panels researched and up. And then we should hopefully use a little bit less wood in the colony, because there is just a lot of hauling that's happening right now. Obviously, we have an abundance of it, but Space General is having a hard time keeping up with all the hauling for this colony. And so I don't really know if we can reassign someone else to do it. It would basically eat up another colonist completely. And we have Cassowary Revenge. See this Wampa in action. Yeah, the Wampas, I think they must be a fairly powerful. It took no damage from a Cassowary, so once we can get those trained to attack, I think we'll be in a really good spot. It's just going to take a little while for the training to occur, but I think that Revenge was just from a trap, so it will be some food for the Wampas now, which is good. I don't think we necessarily need to eat it ourselves. We may be spreading ourselves a little bit too thin now that I'm looking at it with the amount of tasks that we have and the amount of colonists that we have. But I think we'll be okay, especially once we get these guys on board. Zur is almost on our... He'll probably be recruited the next time someone talks to him. So let's just take a look at his bio. He's good with plants, which means we should be able to move somebody off of plants. Probably Lilhorn. And she can be a warden now, as well as we will maybe get her hauling, because it seems like the hauling is taking up most of the work. Cleaning isn't necessarily so bad, so we'll probably get Lilhorn doing some hauling as well. She does have like fairly decent skills across the board, so she probably won't be in that place forever, but for now, yeah, we will get her doing the hauling. As soon as Zur is recruited, we will move her stats around as well. So Jendo does have a inspired recruitment chance. So I'm going to get him to recruit Bragao right away. His resistance is still at 17. This is going to skip a major portion of it. And then we can, if you've missed the last episode when we captured Bragao, his stats are just top notch, and so we'll get Lilhorn chatting with Zur just so Jendo doesn't accidentally do it. But yeah, let's take a look at Brag's stats. So as you can see, he's pretty well rounded, but his passion runs across the board in pretty much every what are these topics, trades, and so he will basically be good wherever we put him after a little bit of time. And now Jendo is attempting to recruit, so we will have him on board. And I think maybe we get him on construction. But yeah, let's take a look at this guy. His social, he doesn't like small. They are rivals, so that may cause some issues in the future. It seems like this guy may be a little off-putting. He's incapable of social, so maybe he's not the friendliest colonist. He may have some social fights going on, but overall, he's going to be a really good colonist for us to have. I don't really care too much if he's incapable of having a conversation, but we will get this bedroom built out now as well, just to make sure that we are planning for the future. I do want to grow this base to as many colonists as we can, within reason. I think anything past maybe 15 is too much. I'm not able to manage that many colonists. And Revith has... This trait is rather annoying. I wish you could just work traits out of your colonists. She's a pyromaniac, so she does have a tendency to start fires. With the amount of colonists we have, it's not going to be the end of the world. They're all going to hop on fires as soon as they see them. And 1 versus 9 colonists, it won't be anything too detrimental, but it is annoying just to have this break happen once in a while. I didn't realize that this far out isn't my home. It makes sense that it's not, but we don't want to lose all of this forest. We are using it for our wood right now, and so let's get them all handling this fire. She has done her fire starting spree now. I don't know if she actually helps with fire starting though. I'd imagine not, as she's a pyromaniac. Yeah, she doesn't help with firefighting, which makes sense. But yeah, we'll be able to handle it when it does come. So we'll get stone cutting happening. I don't know who will be set to do it, but I think it should be a pretty high priority for them. And now that this is hooked up to power, we're going to take a pause and see what we can do with this. So we can make lots of rebel attire, as well as vehicles. And I don't know, we did fight an AT-AT and an AT-ST, and we were able to harvest a blaster cannon from them. But I'm wondering if you put a blaster cannon in an empty one, then it becomes yours and it will fight for you. And so it's good to keep note that these are here. It requires plasteel, so it won't be the easiest to make. So we're not going to make them now. But yeah, we can make some pilot helmets, which would be pretty cool. It's only going to take some steel to make this armor, and it would be good. All of our colonists, well, a good half of them do not have any helmet on right now, and so it would be good to have some available. So maybe we will make some of those. Maybe we'll make just one of each, and then that way we can kind of see what they all look like. The protection is pretty good. It also provides a little bit of insulation. Yeah, I think we make one of each of these. It will eat up quite a bit of steel, 20 for each, so 120 steel. But it would be cool to see it in action, and that way our colonists will be a little bit better equipped for some fights, and so we'll get them working on that. And I guess we can do a shred mechanoid forever as well. Now this is kind of the test for us, I suppose. We may end up running out of power. Now that we're running more stuff off of it, our power, we are still running at a positive, but once we start putting lights down, we will be at a negative. So it would be good to get solar panels in pretty quickly. We don't have any components now. We have a few, but not many. And so the solar panel is going to take 3. We can make 1. And so I think we make 1. And we can fit 3 in here. And so we will do that and hook it up. And then that way we should stay on top of it. And then having a fully charged battery will keep us sustained through the night. And we will look at building more batteries as well. But obviously components are not super available. I did say I was going to deconstruct one of these, and so we will try doing that. We'll claim the rest, and once upon a time in the comments had pointed out that it is too late now, but Wizard, we could have put him in and found a revival serum later on. So we will save the rest in case that does happen. If we lose any more colonists, then we will be throwing them in right away. And then we'll be able to save any colonists in the future that we want to keep. Now we have stone cutting researched, so we will look at the advanced fabrication here. It does... Actually, before we do that, let's take a look at Mandalorian Flight. What do we need? We need a multi-analyzer, and then we can start building the Razor Crest. Really want to do that, so that is going to be our next topic to research. And as soon as we get that built, we will be building the Mandalorian ship. I don't know if this is good for traveling to other towns and other spots on the map, or if it is only for local defense. But either way, it's going to be pretty cool to see this thing in action. So we're going to get that built as soon as possible and see what it takes to build that out. This is going to be a pretty cool addition to the series, whichever it is. And so really looking forward to have that. And then we will obviously be working on some Mandalorian armor as well. I'm thinking maybe we turn these guys into a bunch of Mandalorians, and then they should be very well suited for the future, as long as see what it takes to actually build the armor. Obviously, we don't want to be running at a massive deficit on if it's plasteel. I don't really want to make 8 sets. We'll probably make a few. And equip maybe Gendo and Terra with them, because they are our primary. They're the only colonists we really care about. Although Braga is going to have a special place in my heart as long as he cooperates and does what I say. And so maybe we'll make 3 sets of armor, and then they can be equipped with that. It seems like Zur is now doing the cooking. It's very low on his priorities. We never assigned him. That is why. Okay. We want Loki to be doing the cooking, because we did get a food poisoning, and that was really unnecessary. So we will get him focusing on plant cutting, growing, and when he's not doing that, he can haul. And we have an infestation in our... Okay, we need to get a handle on this very, very quickly. Let's just see what ends up spawning here. That is a lot of bugs. Well, I don't know what the best way to deal with this is, but we don't have access to any food anymore. And so we need to get a handle on it really, really quickly. They're going to eat all of our food. Let's draft everyone that we can and send them in. And hopefully we don't end up losing our colonists. It seems like we actually may be able to handle this without any... Yeah, we didn't actually have any casualties, any injuries or anything, which is really good. You are useless anyways, Revith. I don't know why you came. Thanks for showing up. But yeah, that went actually really well. I'm surprised. And so we will draft somebody who is, yeah, let's get a melee attacking this hive and take care of this now. We'll just take care of all of these bugs and everything, and then it will be a little annoying to clean this all up, but we took care of that infestation really, really quickly. But yeah, with that being said, I think we are coming to the end of the episode. We are well on our way now, very close to building some of this cool new Star Wars technology. I'm thinking in the next episode we will be there. And so thank you so much for all of the engagement and the comments. It's really helping me learn just small things about Rimworld that I may have known at one point, but are unfamiliar to me now. With that being said, I think we will be coming to the end of our episode. We are at a really good spot now. We're ready to start building the Razor Crest and maybe looking at some lightsabers in the next episode. And so we will be progressing pretty quickly through some of these new technology mods now that we're kind of established and at that point. With this many colonists, the base will be pretty self-sustaining. And so we can also look at sieging other colonies and taking prisoners and that. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We do post content Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and so lots more Rim Wars to come. For those of you who are subscribed and following along, I want to say thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button, as it does help me out a lot. Yeah, your engagement and your comments has been really, really supportive, and you're really helping me learn and teaching me a lot, or re-teaching me a lot of Rimworld. I haven't played this game for a little while, and so it is nice to get back into it, as well as have you guys kind of as a support to rely on. This will be the end of the episode. In the next one, we will start working at the multi-analyzer. I'll probably skip until we have it researched. So yeah, that's what's to come, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. I'm It's Switz, and we will catch you on the next one.